10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Blast off indeed! Doing some science! Launching some spacecraft! In Kerbal Space Program! Welcome back, everybody, to Kerbal Space Program! What an explosive first episode with Jebediah Kerman at the controls up to 4,200 meters is our first flight, and I appear to have created some sort of land dart. A jart, if you will. Lawn dart? You know, those things that were banned? That's problematic. Let's try to... Oh dear, that is very problematic. Let's pop the chute. Eventually, here we are going to go straight back down onto the pad. But yes, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Alright. I did not think this all the way through. Alright. It's opening slowly. Oh, it doesn't open automatically all of a sudden. That's good. That's very good. Oh, I never turned on SAS either. I'm still forgetting to do that. Haha! Alright. Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Version 1.0. Actually, today, as I'm recording this, version 1.0.3 was just released. Let's observe the goo right here as well, I suppose. 6.3 science. Alright, we'll keep that data. I'm finally getting back to playing it, and I've actually, you know, launching the game, hearing the theme music, seeing the menus. I've pretty much kind of missed the game, but I'm glad it took me this long, much to the chagrin of many. I'm glad it took me this long to get back to playing it, because there was a bunch of nostalgia back there, and now I'm actually like quite excited to be playing it. But we're getting ready to hopefully land and not lose our science. See? I'm smart. I've learned how to play the game. That is why I attached my science modules, my little goo canisters, to a different part than the engine, because I knew the engine would explode. Let's observe the mystery goo here. Got another 2.7 science. We'll keep the data. I could have Jebediah Kerman go on EVA. Hold on. And, do an EVA report from the surface. That's always kind of B to board. Okay. B board. That's new. Get all the science we can, but yeah, first flight. Recover the vessel. Recover the vessel. And we have gained 22 science. Wow, that's pretty great. That is pretty great. Crew is ready. Science is ready. Amazing. So yes, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt. Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. That was a not normal, not nominal, you could even say, intro to the episode. We just decided to jump into it. We are here in Kerbal Space Program 1.0.3. I am not playing career mode because, as we discovered in the previous attempt to launch this series again, I was not a big fan of career mode. It's possible if I started playing the game right now and hadn't been playing since 2012, maybe I would have jumped in and liked that right away, but I'm playing in science mode. Science mode. And we're going to go through the tree, the science tree, and we're going to discover all these new parts that they've added to the game since I last played. Still got 12 science left. Oh, 15 science, 18 science, 20 science. Dang it. So here we go. We are going to be continuing on in Kerbal Space Program. Can I say Kerbal Space Program about 10 more times? Perhaps. Back to the VAB. And as you can see, we just flew the Marky Mark Mark 1. And now we need to do something else with all of this science that we have earned, and all of this, all of these rocket parts we've earned. All right, I'm already feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Interesting. Oh, we got new science. We can communicate. Can we get to orbit, or at least space, in this first episode? I am willing to try. Let's move that out of the way. Let's make our Marky Mark Mark II, maybe. No, put that away. Let's see, I want a decoupler. I think I unlocked a decoupler, didn't I? Yep. There we go. Oh, but, this is the part of the game that makes you think about the decisions you make. I could probably make it to orbit with the parts that I have. I would just stack a bunch of these fuel tanks. Let's try a 2-stage rocket, shall we? Probably ill-advised this early in the game, but let's try for the sake of trying, shall we? What science do we have? Oh, we have the whole science. Let's take it easy. Let's take it easy first of all here. Wow, Kerbal Space Program. what a blast from the past. All right, we gotta. Let's just do 2 items there. Maybe we should launch. The first stage should be a solid rocket booster. Yeah, check that business out. And probably get rid of this then. Whoa. And what else can I do here? The fins! The fins. Fins McGee. Yeah, that sounds good. Marky Mark Mark II. 2 stages. That goes, that goes. Let's actually have these happen in separate stages. I think that it's pretty feasible, am I right? Probably not going to get a great amount of science. Certainly get up higher in the atmosphere. Well, let's launch. Oh, let's not exit. Let's launch. I think we probably still have Jebediah Kerman on board. Boop. Alright, let's do another launch. We're just doing a pow, 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 pow. Launch, launch, launch. Rapid succession. I'm seceding from the Union. No, succession launches here. Things they added, we'll have to check. I'm gonna zoom out here. They've apparently added like the flame trench, like the smoke effects. That's something I remember. I'm like, oh, that'd be really cool if they like had a little bit more dynamic smoke coming from the rocket launches. I think they added that, so hopefully let's keep an eye on that. But how about a second launch here? Let's not count down from 10. Let's count down from 3, 2, 1. Yeah, they did! Look at that! That's awesome! Yeah, let's turn on SES. That is very awesome. Jebediah Kerman is very happy. Yeah, we're pushing on like 4 Gs. Woo! What are all those things? Oh, heat. Oh yeah, they've added heating. I should probably be careful. Alright. See you later, you dead weight. I'm gonna use this upward momentum. I'm going really fast. I'm going too fast. Actually, I'm gonna slow down a little bit. I'm going way too fast. 600. Oh, we passed that 10,000 mark. I should have tilted over a long time ago. Gosh! It's like the first time I've ever played. What am I doing? Oh my gosh, I think I'm about to go into orbit. Hold on. I could. I could theoretically. Although I don't think I can come back with the small amount of... Oh, I have no fuel left. Speaking of not coming back... oh, you will not go to space today. It's at 70,000, I believe. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Let's get a reading from 40,000. Alright. Observe the mystery goo from 40,000. 8 science. Keep the data. And what's our apoapsis going to be? 58,000? Yeah, let's get a reading at that moment. And then we'll also do a crew report. And then we'll re-enter. But yeah, hi! I've been like so wrapped up in like getting back into the game, I haven't had a chance to sit down and talk with you, to discuss things. For those of you who may remember, and perhaps if you're new and you've seen many people in the comments asking for the return of Kerbal Space Program, this is Kerbal Space Program. I played it a long time ago. I don't want to say I was the first person to play Kerbal Space Program on YouTube, maybe to make such an episodic series. Honestly, I just got good search results, and I think a lot of people found me through that. Even possibly more so than even Far Lands or Busts. All right, where's the Apoapus? 58. 58. Oh, we're there. Wait. Observe. Observe the goo. 8.1 science, I think. Or that might be redundant. I'm not sure. So yeah. I've played it for a while, and then I stopped playing it. I tried to bring this series back when they first added career mode in, like, version 0.8 or something like that. I had a couple episodes, but I was not feeling it. I was not feeling it, so I took those videos down. But I am reusing the intro I made for that. I'm nothing if not thrifty. And we're going to be trying now in 1.0.3. Let me, to all those people who perhaps have remembered my Kerbal Space Program series and have commented over and over and over again, a vast minority of you, the vast majority of you are awesome, cool people. But I got to lay down a little bit of, while we're descending through the atmosphere and going to be experiencing our first reentry effects and possible damage from reentry, I got to lay out a few ground rules. You may know, I tend to play video games quite blind, in the blind, and despite the fact that I've played a lot of Kerbal Space Program, I'm treating this as if this is the first time I'm playing the game, because it's been so long, there's a lot that has been changed, like I was just mentioning, the reentry heating, the way science works, new parts and things, and I also don't like looking up how things work or the proper way to do things. So by watching, here, this is the terms of service. By watching this series, you are agreeing and understanding that Kurtjmac will probably not do things in the most efficient manner, and will probably continue to not do things in the most efficient manner. Okay, those seem to be kind of indestructible. That's good. I simply like figuring things out for myself. That is to say... Uh-oh. That's not good. Shoot destroyed. Oh no! Well, these are things I'm learning. That's a shame. That's a damn shame. Jebediah Kerman is dead. Alrighty then. And all of our science is dead. Okay, how do I counteract that? We're learning things here. See, this is exactly, the vessel was destroyed. Alright. We're learning. We are learning things indeed. Jebediah Kerman was killed. Let's revert to launch and see if there's anything I can do about that. Maybe I should just launch on the solid rocket boosters and then kind of slow my descent. I have a... Yeah, let's try that. Alright. Are you ready, Jebediah Kerman? In 3, 2, 1. Woo! Oh, I think I can. Can I not throttle? I think I can throttle these. Maybe I should throttle that back. You can, at least the last time I remember, unless they changed it. Even though the solid rocket boosters are essentially light and have no control over, you can, from the get-go, like put a limiter, I don't know, a throttle limiter on them to say, okay, only go at like 50% or whatever. Maybe that's the thing to do, because I am woefully overpowered when it comes to the power there on the first stage. All right, let's ditch that. Very nice. Now how high up are we going to get? Not very high at all. We can still work with that. Let's actually... Let's gain a little bit of altitude, but keep an eye on that fuel. Let's get out to the ocean and stop it right there. Half. Yeah, not bad, not bad. So yeah, our first disaster, everybody, in Kerbal Space Program. So, you can't deploy the chute if you're going too fast and things are too hot. It'll destroy the chute. These are interesting times to be alive, my friends. We're gonna get up to 34. Let's just take the goo sample here, why not? It's very cold now. Keep the data. Let's also do a crew report. They've assessed the situation. Keep that data. I am at my apoapsis. Yep. All right, so now we're going to descend. Hopefully with less disastrous consequences. All right, let's flip over to get our back end going at it right there. All right. It's possible I'm coming down too vertically. There's not enough atmosphere to slow me down before I interface with the ground. Before I aqua brake. Litho braking, aero braking, aqua braking, get it? So perhaps that's a problem. So yeah, ground rules. I am going to be stupid at this game. I'm going to still enjoy this game, but I'm going to be quite stupid at this game, so if we can all just accept that and move forward. And yeah, and I'm not too thrilled about, at least, really ever. I'm not too thrilled about mods or anything. In any game, or Minecraft or any game, when was the last time you saw me install a mod? So I'm not probably going to be using mods. I tend to try to use the stock installation to its best, to its most ability, and we'll be going forward with that. I'm just here to have fun and explore the universe. Maybe build a space station or two. Go to the moon a couple times. Getting to planets is still a very long and tedious and frustrating experience. Observe the mystery goo while we're re-entering here. Oh, that didn't earn us anything. Keep that data. All right, we're at 4,000. Let's turn the SAS off, not the RCS. All right, let's slow ourselves down to maybe like 200? 100? Is that better? All right, now let's pop the chute. Yeah, all right, that helped. Let's just hope it deploys in time. Deploy, deploy, deploy. Alright, that worked. Ha! I'm assuming, because that's going to be very interesting. Oh no! Okay, those survived. Yeah, see? Okay, yeah, those survived. Don't break on me. How do I recover that? Am I doing it right? Gah. Hey, what just happened? I got 12 science. What just happened? I'm very confused. Okay, the capsule is still the Marky Mark Mark 3 or 2. This is Mark 2. This is the third launch. Recover it. Yes, recover that vessel. Oh, did the crap? Did the science goose? Crew report and recovery. Ah, yeah, the goose didn't survive. So apparently, I thought you could do that before. You could like recover parts that survived, but apparently your parts have to be. Oh, or do they? What is this? What am I looking at? Yeah, okay, there they are. Can I recover that? And will it give me something? No, it's just giving me back to your... Oh yeah, okay, never mind. I guess that's still in the game. You can still recover parts that survive the disaster. Alright, let's do done with that, and then let's go recover the other goo. Shall we? Debris, let us recover. Not too much science gathered from that, but I'll take it. Cool stuff. Alright. Now let's go back. That's kind of weird. It went through the process of loading like the career mode stuff, but then it's like, wait, that's not the version he's playing. Let's go back to the science center and see what else we can unlock here. I want to get to space this episode. General rocketry takes 20 science. What do I got? 25. I need more fuel is really what I need. So is there a bigger fuel tank? There's a bigger engine. There's the... Oh, okay, there's the big solid fuel, and there's another fuel tank. Okay, let's research this then. And then what do we got? Alright, now we're getting into the more engines. Structural fuselages. Alright, let's do this. I think I'm going to have to load the Mark II. Actually, I probably should have just started from scratch. Right, so let's, he says, let's, okay, I should, oh my good, I'm gonna cut the power off. I should make this separate there and then put my goo canisters on the actual capsules so they survive. Let's go a little... I don't have fuel lines yet, do I? No. I mean, this seems ill-advised, does it not? This seems very ill-advised. Alright. Yeah, this is probably a bad idea. On the T-30 and the 45... Wait, what? The 45... Oh, the 45! Alright, I gotcha. This one has the gimbaling, but it does have less power. Interesting choice, Kurt. Interesting choice indeed. Alright, let's do that. I don't have any struts, do I? Alright, I do have to be careful then. I have no struts for which to make sure this thing doesn't just fall apart at the seams. That seems like a bad idea. Yeah, that whole thing is gonna just collapse under its own weight. Alright, in that case... Whoops, I took the entire engine with my... didn't want to do that. In that case, perhaps... something like that is a little bit more on order. Whoops, excuse me. Alright. And then I want to put the goo... the goo canisters. Should I take this thing with me? Again, it's all about survivability. Alright, we got goo canisters. Get rid of that. I am going to light that, disconnect that, light all three. That middle one's going to stay on for a little bit longer. Kind of a multi-stage situation going on there. Yeah, I think... oh, that's what I want to do. I want to do the thrust limiter to 40%. That should be enough to get me off the ground, should it not? And then the engine will last a lot longer as well. Mark III. This is a terrible idea. We still have Jebediah Kerman. Oh, another thing they added. Female pilots. Valentina Kerman, named after Valentina... I forgot her last name already, but the first woman astronaut, or I'm sorry, cosmonaut, technically, Russian at the time, in space. So that's very cool that they added female Kerbals. But we're still going with Jebediah. He's our test pilot. Alright, let's try this thing out. Pay no attention to the unfortunate shape it resembles. Got all the staging rights. To the launch pad. Let's get to space. Probably not orbit, but space. 70 kilometers above the surface of Kerman. Are we ready, Jebediah? Hear you loud and clear. SAS on. In 3, 2, 1. Oh no, 40% is not enough. 40% is not enough. Perhaps something like 70%. But we can marvel at the newly found flame trench and the steam burn off from the water sound suppression system, we can call it. Alright, I got it. Oh, this is never gonna run out of fuel. Let's revert the flight to the vehicle assembly. Can I do that on the launch pad? I don't know if I can do that on the launch pad or not. Alright, maybe 70%. Let's go with 70%. Totally know what I'm doing. This is all science. All the math was done beforehand. Believe me. Are you ready again, Jebediah Kerman? Perhaps another 3, 2, 1. Alright. Wow, is this thing not as powerful as I thought it was? I suppose it's heavier. We're not going anywhere very fast. That's alright. I suppose as we burn fuel, we'll get lighter and lighter. And we'll end up going faster and faster. We are at 35 meters per second at 400 meters. It's alright. This is more of a show for the audience than anything. We want them to get a nice long look. This is for photographs. Giving the photographers enough time to get their pictures of the launch for marketing purposes, public affairs and whatnot. Wow, okay, I guess 100% would have been the way to go there. Or maybe 2 at 100 or at 70%. Ah, who knows? Who knows what this guy's thinking? There we go. Now we're cooking. Alright, not so fast though. Ooh, what was that? I'm still hearing some weird noises. Yeah, going above 200 meters per second under 10,000 is a little bit wasteful. I remember such things as these. Oh god! Alright, whoa, X off. Alright. That was bizarre. I guess I'm a little top heavy or something. It might be the unbalanced nature of the spacecraft. Alright, hold that. Yeah, hold that thought right there. There we go. Whoa! Things are exploding. Back on the launch pad. Photographs! Alright, let's maybe pick up the nose a little bit. Oh, I see. Turn off! I'm pressing all the buttons. I'm pressing all the buttons and none of them are working. Okay, maybe the wings. I'm like, oh, the wings are pointless. They just add weight. Maybe the wings were helpful. Alright, we're alright. This is not going as planned, but we're alright. Alright, hold it right there. Nope, this is still not working. Alright, hold on to that thought. We might need this engine to kind of slow our descent. Alright, we will not be going to space today, ladies and gentlemen. We will not be going to space today. Dang it! What's the best way to get to space? I should probably have just strapped the capsule to the top of that solid rocket motor. Or 3 of them, maybe. I don't know. Alright. Yeah, we're not coming down as hot, because we're coming down in more of a steep angle here. And we're actually losing some speed. Dang it! It's the trial and error aspect. Oh, there's that other runway still alive and well. I guess I don't think we're gonna get anything for this goo. Nope. Just 1/10 of a science. Let's do it. Oh, I can't. It might pop off, actually. Yeah, it might pop off when I hit the water. Alright, we're testing some experimental vertical landing. Oh god, it's not gonna open in time. Damn it. Alright, that pretty much sums up Kerbal Space Program. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time. Oh, could there have been a more fitting end?